Well, I made it to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Another exciting adventure in a box truck. This is what it looks like in the inside. A basic commercial vehicle box truck. The thumbnail will have the outside of a box truck, but you've seen plenty of box trucks before. I'm currently at the Goshen Inn because I got like $5 off last night, but it really wasn't worth it because they put me in that back building that you see right there in the mirror with all the other truck drivers, because I had to point out that I'm in a box truck and I could not fit this in the back because that company that they have staying here reserved all the spots in the back. And so I asked her if I could stay right here. She put me in the driver's building, which is in back, and I'm guessing they just let the drivers do almost whatever they want back there because it was just cigarette smoke city, and I told her about it and she didn't. They wrote it down, but she didn't really care. I'm guessing this building is way better, so if you do stay here, do not let her know that you're a transporter or a truck driver or anything like that. Act like a regular person in a car. I don't know what you can do with the truck. Hopefully when you stay here you can park in back and not have that problem with their local company, construction companies staying there blocking all the spots. But just letting you know, this is Goshen Inn in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in a box truck. That's basically what it looks like. I'm getting about 8 miles to the gallon, and I will post a external picture of it instead of doing the external walk around. I'll just put that in the thumbnail because, you know, once you've seen one box truck, you've pretty much seen them all. I mean, it's just a smaller version of it. Regular Ford chassis and then a box in the back. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's got that basic crap right there. The Bluetooth don't even hardly work. I mean, it recognizes it, but it won't play it from the phone. I'm gonna try to do it to 2 different phones. It is big enough to put my tablet in to put my maps on, though, which is nice. Eventually I'm gonna buy I have a mount once already, but it's not working right. I'm gonna gotta find a better mount for windshield mount or vent mount or something to put that tablet on. But I like the European voice that tablet reads out the GPS to me on. That's kind of neat. It's kind of funny. I think it's funny every time I do it. Running for quality, so you can see quality's thing right there. Normally you put them in the corner below the door on that side and that side, but I quit doing that because you just lose the decals to the wind all the time. And legally, when I looked up the DOT rules, all you gotta do is have it in the front like that and clearly visible from like 200 feet out from the front, and they are totally fine with that in most states. Not all states, but most states. So I just started putting them in the front, in the inside windshield like that, so I don't lose it. But the other day I walked off and forgot the last paper, which, thank God for quality, it's just papers anyway that you get at the car check. But I ended up walking off and leaving that one in the windshield because I forgot it. So I have my normal plate with the dog collar that I would normally have in the back in the front, because this one has the screw on only and has a big old in gate on the back box truck. I'm mostly stayed here last night because the big old in gate wouldn't work on the back of that box truck. I'm not sure how to get it to work. I looked around for switches and stuff, but so far, I mean, I see the switch in the back of how to drop the gate and everything, but I don't think it's hooked up because I don't see any like kill switch up here as to how to make the back gate activated so you can do that and bring the gate down in the back and everything. So they must have it secured. And I see how they had 2 other chains on it to secure it, so I don't want to mess with it. And the back gate went all the way up the box truck end. It's like a big old gate that you can roll carts up and everything. So I couldn't really sleep in the back all that badly. And then there's this, and between all that and the fact that I got $5 off, and this was all together with taxes and everything was $73, which was a little bit rich. But if I'd have stayed in this front building, it would have been nice. They had nice beds, but that's smoking. My lungs are still burning from smoking because I'm not a smoker. But I made it work. The bed was good enough. I'm in Fort Wayne. I came down from Goshen yesterday through a bunch of roads that you drive 2 or 3 miles and then the road is shut off, and you either have to turn around and drive back or do a bunch of weird ass detours, and it took me 2 hours longer, and I don't know, $40 or $50 more in fuel to get it through all that crap until I finally got on Highway 33 that came down to Fort Wayne. So by that time, all the stop and go, and then it was Indian traffic, of course, because everybody and their dog's doing the same thing I was doing. So Indians, traffic, and construction. By the time that got over, my foot, it was killing me, so I just didn't go any further in Fort Wayne. Then I got to reading on my instructions, my delivery packet instructions for this, that I can drop this off at the building it's going to this weekend. Nobody's going to be there. And then I can leave the keys and everything in a box, drop box in the front that's locked. I wouldn't be worried about somebody taking the keys or it or whatever. I just wouldn't be too worried about leaving my getting paid in the hands of that company, hopefully someday, sometime this week, faxing my paperwork in. And it even says right on the instructions it could take 7 to 10 days to fax my stuff in to get paid. And I'm sorry, but no, that's not happening. I'd rather wait till Monday see somebody in person, have them sign it, and then I will scan it and send it in so that I know for a fact that at least I did my job and got that thing all the way back to quality so they can pay me. So the issue with that now is now I don't have enough really money to get from Wilmington, Ohio, this is where this is going, and then I'm gonna have to get 45 miles north to Springfield, Ohio to pick up another run that goes from Springfield, Ohio out to Great Falls, Montana. That's 45-mile difference and cost probably roughly $100 in cab fare, because depending on where the cab comes from, they charge, you know, basically the 45 miles to come get you and the 45 miles to go drop you off, and it ends up being $1 a mile roughly or something. So just whether they actually come from that or not, they charge to do that. And so $100 roughly for a cab, and I probably have like $65 on me now because I spent some of the money on this. But I didn't plan on doing that because I thought I was going to be meeting somebody today to drop this off. So now I'm down to either hitchhiking or wait until Monday again, until I get paid Monday afternoon, and take a cab and go up there. So I think my best option is to just live in, I don't know, somehow or another live in this thing, looking to figuring out how to take the gate down more. I don't know, maybe it's disconnected in front. I'll have to look and see, but there's some kind of a way to get the key to act, or the gate to activate in the back, more than just the button that goes up and down. They have some kind of a kill switch somewhere. This isn't it. I thought this was it, but it's the overhead lights. At first I thought this was overhead brake, I mean the engine brake, but apparently it's the overhead lights, which is weird. And there really ain't anything else. There's this other TCS, but that's the tracking system, tracking control for when you're driving in the rain and whatever. You don't want the wheels to drive against you. And that's pretty much it. I get lights up here. I don't know where they have the kill switch. No idea. I'll have to research it through Google, see if I can find a Ford chassis version of a box truck and see with the in-gate like that where the hell they got the activation switch for the in-gate. Because the switch is back there by the actual gate, so you can watch it come down. That's handy. But it don't work because there's no power going to it. I don't know, maybe they haven't hooked it up. And then, like I say, there's 2 chains on there too, so maybe they just have it set up for transport and that's it. I don't know. I have to figure that out because I can't afford other hotels, and this is bucket seat all the way across here. There's a small, very small potential that I could sleep right there if I put something in the space between and put cardboard down and then just slip back there for the next night or two. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Sorry about my voice. My voice is all messed up, but that's because my throat and my lungs are messed up from the smokingville last night. But I made it work. There's a topless bar, full-on strip club and liquor bar right there, because we're in Fort Wayne. And it was open last night, which is weird. Anyway, like and subscribe, leave comments, and we'll hopefully catch you on the flip on Monday as I get into another box truck. Peace. Alright, so I changed my mind. Here is the external view of the truck I'm taking. And the reason why I changed my mind is I came out here, and I'll show you in a second. Big lift gate. I came out here and was messing with the emergency drop, and then I seen the button here where you can hit on and it gives it power to it. Right there, but the gates still don't work. See, as you see. I don't know what safety I'm missing. I looked and looked. I don't know, there's power going to it. And here I'm sitting here thinking, well, this is gonna be a long weekend at Walmart, because I technically it could drop here on Saturday, but there's nobody at the place that's like 4 miles that way across town. And you're supposed to leave the truck there and leave the keys and the paperwork in the drop box, and then hopefully sometime this week they'll get around to faxing your paperwork back in so that you get paid. Well, obviously by the sound of my voice, you know I don't want to do that. So I'd much rather camp out at Walmart over the weekend, I guess, around this area, and then go and turn it in Monday morning so I can talk to somebody to come look at it and have them sign it, and then I will scan it in. That way I can make sure my paperwork gets there, because I could just see them, A, something happening to it over the weekend while I'm not there, and then them blaming it on me even though I took pictures and video and whatever. And B, mainly I want to make sure they get that money put in, because the other problem is that other money that's coming to me, like $150, is going to be the taxi ride that takes me from Wilmington, Ohio up to Springfield. So if I left now, my only real choice is to hitchhike And I drove that road down here, and it's a narrow road with no shoulders and up and down hills and everything. It's just dangerous to walk alongside of. So I think my best option is to stay here over the weekend, turn this in, wait for that money in that afternoon or maybe Tuesday morning, don't know, and then take the cab up to Springfield. And they're just gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to call Quality on Monday morning when they're open and tell them this is the situation. This is where I'm at. If you want me to do something faster, then well, by then it'll be Monday morning anyway, but if they want me to do something faster than waiting for the thing, they need to advance me money to do it for the next run. The next run is Springfield, Ohio, all the way across the country to Great Falls, Montana, and it was, I forget, 1,350 miles, something like that. So they would have, you know, the money, and then it's got a truck mover's fuel card that I got from them to run it so that it pays for its own fuel, because it's a big diesel box truck or cutaway, one of the two. I don't know if it has a box on it or not. I'll find out when I go to pick it up, but if it's truck movers, it's probably a box truck. Anyway, getting back to this one, the funny thing is I thought I'd be screwed, because here you got bucket seats, you know. Got to looking and I realized there's a handle up there because there's a pass-through door. So I'm not screwed. I just think it's funny as hell that I drove this whole entire thing here and thought that was a wall because of where the handle is, but then I got to realizing this is a stand-up and storage and whatever, mainly for a stand-up. And why would that be if there's no pass-through? And then I noticed the handle, and sure enough, it locks by a key that's on the locks, you know, so I had to unlock it. But that will work great with a pass-through. Well, not great, but you know, it's better than obviously having to deal with the bucket seats and finding a board or something to go across there to sleep on for 2 days worth, because I got Saturday and Sunday night of sitting here patiently waiting at Walmart, I guess, because you know, this wasn't the plan, but I didn't get out of Goshen fast enough on Friday. I could have delivered this Friday by 5 if things worked better, but then I lost my keys to my storage, and I lost the keys to the P.O. box. The P.O. box will be $30 to change that out, and the keys to the storage will be $70 to change that out, but that includes a new lock, and then of course drilling it off and all that. Unless the bus, I'm pretty sure I lost it on the bus, because the one bus driver called me back and said they had it, that the company said that the bus driver had it, and then I went to go back, clear up the Elkhart to get it, and by that time they'd switched bus drivers and they don't know where it went, or they never saw it, or I don't know. So I don't know if they ever recovered the keys or not, but it's not their problem, it was mine. So I'll just have to redo those keys or do something different, and I'm thinking I might have a bit of a surprise for you guys coming up here in the next week or so, depending. So my storage plans might change anyway. So I'm thinking just leave my stuff locked up for now, for this week, because there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing on the keys that indicate where the storage go, you know, where they go to, or nothing. So I'm not too worried about somebody finding it, because they don't know, you know, where the keyhole is, so to speak. But yeah, so that's my situation. I'm pretty much stuck here waiting it out. And the funny thing is, I was stuck here for 2 days last time in 2015 in my Mazda trip. Around the time I was going to check out Panther for expediting, I went through Dayton, Ohio, down to Wilmington, and I believe over to Seville. I'd have to look it up on the map, but I think that's the way I went, because I recognize the roads that I came from Dayton down to here from back in 2015 when I was living in that Mazda. And I got stuck here that weekend too. Just in a way kind of funny. I was waiting some kind of check or something for gas to keep on going. I can't remember exactly why, but I got stuck here for a couple days. And lo and behold, I'm stuck here again. So, but anyway, my storage plans might change in the future. I don't know yet. And then it's the middle of August, so I gotta start planning for the winter. And I'm out looking to Quality and Pinnacle and see if they can switch my home terminal to Texas or something, and maybe go down south for the winter. I don't know. I was going to stick around for Synergy, but Synergy's loads have been dead lately. They haven't had anything. They had like 3 trucks on the load board last time I looked. So I don't know if the factories are still switching over, or Synergy's going down, or what. Or just they don't want to give me the deal. I don't know. When 2 times I called in, they didn't have nothing. Yeah, Classic is just 2 shorter runs. The longest run I saw for Classic was 700 miles. Hardly worth it. I don't think I'm going to be working for Classic Transport much longer, depending. I think I will keep working for Quality and Pinnacle, because they have terminals that are all over the United States, not just Indiana. And then I'm looking into, you know, possibly another Georgia company or something, just because they would be year-round since they're located in Georgia. So I'll have to see what happens, but you know, I wouldn't mind working out of Texas or something. I was gonna do Florida this winter, work and travel if they ever opened it up so you can use your passport and go international. But with the COVID cooties going on, I doubt that'll happen. So that's the end of my update. I'm gonna put these 2 clips of the video together and upload that for you today since I'm sitting here. Just thought I would show you the latest and what's going on, basically. And I think I remember I parked in that corner at the Mazda last time. Kind of cool. I haven't been here since 2015, and it's now 2021, so 6 years ago, roughly. Pretty sure it was 2015 when I came through here. Maybe earlier than that, I think it was 15. Anyway, like and subscribe, check out the merchandise in the channel in the description below, and we'll see you on the flip. Peace.